heard of a green building. Well, it's not literally green, of course, but this is one of the first retail stores in South Africa to be awarded a 5-star rating by the Green Building Council. So let's see what they mean by being green.
The Green Building Council South Africa has various rating tools to motivate property developers to reduce their environmental impact. Woolworths earned their 5 stars as being South Africa's greenest retail tenant environment.
The Green Building program is in a large part because it is the right thing to do, but it also makes really sound, clever business sense.
To start with, they've halved the energy needed for their refrigerators by using carbon dioxide to power them. And heat generated by the fridge motors is used for underfloor heating. Skylights mean the lights only switch on if the store is too dark. And by installing water-efficient fixtures and harvesting rainwater, they've cut their water use across all stores by 56% since 2007.
So by 2020, we want to halve our energy impact. And by 2030, we want to be 100% renewable. Our customers really enjoy engaging with this as well. And we use this screen here to show our energy usage and carbon emissions that are being produced at any one time.
So the store is very green, but do you expect your suppliers to sort of have the same philosophy or approach?
Working with suppliers who share our vision and values is really important. And one of our award-winning cheese suppliers has really taken this philosophy to heart.
Which brings me here to a cheese farmstead. Now, cheese is definitely one of my favorite foods. And to find a cheese boutique, what a way to start the day. Hi. Hi.
Morning.
Nice to meet you. Nice to see so much cheese. I'm here to sample your award-winning cheese.
It certainly is. I'm going to give you a taste of our 12-month-old Gruberg. It's my favorite. It's a year old. Lots of crystals, complexity and flavors.
This is good cheese. This is very good cheese.
But we're very proud at the moment of our oak smoked Stanford, which is available at Woolworths. It's exclusive to Woolworths. It's just won an award as the best smoked cheese in the world.
In the whole world.
In the whole world.
I need to try some of that.
It's a very subtle, good flavored smoked cheese. A lot of the chefs in the area use it because a little bit of cheese goes a long way.
Now, Mags, you've also adopted the sustainability approach. Now, what does that mean to you?
Oh yes, that's our absolute passion. We've always lived close to the earth as farmers, and with global warming, with the drought at the moment, it makes perfect sense that we get involved in any type of environmental initiatives.
Mags and Peter Belletta bought this farm in 2015 and almost immediately started looking for ways to reduce their environmental footprint. They turned to an organization called the National Cleaner Production Centre of South Africa, who told them exactly what to do.
It was a full audit, which they did for nothing.
The NCPC is a national government program to help all kinds of industry, not only to reduce the use of natural resources, but to save a lot of money in the process.
And the one that excites me is the solar PV guys that came. And in 25 years, we would have saved 3 million rand on our electricity costs. So with all the savings that we've made with PV, 25% of our cheese is made by the sun, which equates to every 4th bite being made by the sun.
That is fantastic.
Cheese making is about temperature and time. 3,000 litres of fresh cow's milk needs to be fermented to separate the curd from the whey. By replacing an old steam boiler run on diesel with one that runs on light paraffin, they cut their fuel bill in half.
That equates to a 300,000 rand saving a year on our energy bill.
Wow, I have never seen so much cheese. You know, cheese making is actually an ancient art. In fact, it's not known how long ago humans started making cheese, but it's thought to go as far back as 8000 BC, when sheep were first domesticated. We've come a long way since then. Today, there are thousands of different types of cheese.
Once the cheese is molded and brined, it begins the long process of maturing where they're stored at a certain temperature. This is called affinage. Every cheese has a different method of maturation. Their award-winning Gruberg is hand-wiped with cultures and turned once a week. It takes up to 12 months to fully mature.
We took old refrigeration units, and there were 9 of them, and we have changed them to variable speed, and now we only have 3 refrigeration units which run all 10 maturation rooms. Also, we've changed all the lighting to LEDs, and the fantastic part is that old granny's adage of look after the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves.
They've also installed water tanks to collect 60,000 litres of water when it rains. And beyond cheese, Mags has a passion for trees. Working for water has helped them remove most of their alien water-hungry trees. They've also planted over 200 indigenous trees with the aim of restoring the last remaining stretch of riverine forest along the Claim River.
By having joined an organisation called Trees for Tourism, people can purchase a tree at our picnic shed, and we come and plant it in the forest on your behalf. And it's a beautiful place to come and relax, and one day we'll serve cheese picnics in here too.
Really, really absolutely beautiful.
Whether it's a big retailer or a small producer, for businesses to succeed in the future, they have to be environmentally sustainable because the interests of business are now tightly interwoven with the interests of society. A classic book on business survival is titled Who Moved My Cheese? Its message, if you don't change, you don't survive.